Hey, welcome to The Quilted Gardener. This is my second video today because my first one ran really long, and it's going to be edited big time. But I'm just going to kind of do an introductory video. Try to keep it short here. So today is December 28th. I'm starting the germination process of the lavender seed with the Burpee over-the-counter is what I call it, lavender seed. $1.99 for about 20 pills. You might get 30 if you're lucky. Make sure you check on the back for your sell-by date. Just because I bought some seeds, actually this past fall, and I didn't realize they were way past their sell-by date. I'm talking like 2019. So, and I don't know how they were stored. I'm sure they weren't stored refrigerated. So they probably are not going to be viable seed. To store your seed, make sure you keep them in the refrigerator or a cool, dry place, preferably in a zipped lock bag. You can use a Tupperware bowl with a nice tight seal, which is nice because I just switched all of my Rubbermaid bowls out to glass. So I have a bunch of old Rubbermaid bowls with lids on them that I'm actually going to use for miniature greenhouses. And the reason I'm overseeding like that, I mean, obviously you know I'm going to overseed if I'm using a bowl, is to save space, and then I don't have to fill so many of these trays up in the beginning. So, because all of my trays are 72s for the seed starts, and isn't that cluster of wires gorgeous? That's getting taken care of here pretty soon. So right now it is 62 degrees here in the greenhouse, 30s, low 30s outside with a 60% humidity. I have a rain barrel over there though that I keep filled with water from my hose. That's one thing I didn't say in the other video that's going to follow this, is when you're watering and starting your seeds, whether you're propagating, if you're germinating, if you're stratifying, don't use the water out of your sink if you have a water softener. If you don't have access to your water hose this time of year, use bottled water. It's the one few times I will tell you to use bottled water, or use your Brita filter if you have one of those. Just make sure it's filtered, doesn't have salt in it. The salt will affect the outer coating of the shell and can damage it and cause them not to germinate. So, on this greenhouse, if you took my old greenhouse and stacked two of them on top of each other side by side, that's where we are square foot wise. I have two 1500 watt heaters up here that you can't see. That's the one I used last year that did my other greenhouse, and it did amazing. I mean, it actually got too hot in there with that one. But as you can see, it's taped right here because the cord fell against the heating element and it melted it all off and shorted it out. So Nick tried fixing it, but I don't think it worked very well. I mean, it works, it runs, but it pops the breaker. So that concerns me, so it's not actually plugged in. The two that are up here, one's a fireplace and the other is a garage type heater. They're both small, very quiet. And they're doing pretty well right now, but I'm gonna actually end up putting the polycarb on the inside that I have on the outside, which I was gonna wait until the spring to do. But in order to conserve energy, power, electricity, it just makes more sense to do it now because I have a heavy mil, I think it's 20 mil plastic, and it's kind of a milky color, so it's diffusing the light in here way too much for me. I was testing it out, $9 for the roll, not that big of a deal. The polycarb is about $40 a sheet, and I need 5 for the ceiling and 12. So I need 17 pieces total at $40 a pop, so we're talking about $600 for the inside. But once it's done, and it's nothing that I have to worry about in spring. It just means I gotta take all my brackets down and reset all my shelving, which I kind of wanted to do anyways because things aren't in here the way I want. So right now I'm doing some testing stuff, but I have lavender in here growing. I have lettuce, kale, spinach, the special herbs, artichokes, Arabica coffee, my lemon tree, and tomatoes. Oh, and chives. I see some chives over there. And petunias over here that are getting ready to bloom again, and when that happens I'll show you. I was a moron and left my fig tree outside too long, so all the leaves have come off, so it went dormant. But it's actually starting to get leaves now. So it might be happy. My kiwi's over there, it's pissed off too. I don't know what's going on with it. I moved it like position wise and it just went stupid on me. So I may have to repot it because I've got to repot my tomatoes. They're not happy in the dirt that they're in. It's too coarse or something, I don't know. Too heavy. But anyways, this will be, this series for lavender, I'm calling it, Greenhouse Science, because I am trying different ways of doing things, which you'll see in the next video. That's predominantly what that video is. But we're going to watch the progression of these lavender seeds and what works best, because there is not a video out there that gives you specific steps on what to do. So that's what made me mad. A 2-minute video on how to start lavender seeds, really? One of the hardest seeds besides Liatris and Delphinium to get started. It was basically throw your seeds in some dirt, blah, 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 water it, and leave it alone. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't give you the information that you need, that only 30% of the seeds that you germinate, are trying to germinate, are going to germinate. Nothing to do with you, just remember that. The germination rate does not have anything to do with you with lavender, because it's about 30%, because you don't know what the seed capsule is like. So, and stratification, keeping them cold, tricking them into thinking that it's winter time, yada, yada, yada. Well, it is actually winter, so I don't understand why you need to do that. I did stratify mine, just because, just in case. My lavender seeds aren't cheap. Well, these are burpees, $1.99. My organic seeds, this packet was like $9. I'll double check that price because I got them on Amazon, and I also want to see where they came from because it doesn't say that on there. So it's not in the video following this. So this video is just an introduction to let you know it's going to be 12, 14 videos specifically on lavender as we go along. I mean, I'm not going to do a vlog of, oh, look, the seeds dried out today and need to be watered. Not doing that. And the other video, it shows you what I did with the paper towel. It shows you what I did with some coir, what seeds I used, why I did it, that kind of stuff. But it's just going to be a journey along, not a vlog. It's a weekly update as to how they're doing, because it does take these things a month-ish to even germinate. So, and I mean, just because the shell popped on the seed doesn't mean you're going to put it in the dirt. So, and I'll show you how I water, because you can use this paper towel technique with a Ziploc bag on any seed, unless it otherwise states. It'll tell you, because I have some flower seeds that tell you to germinate them in the dark. So those are going to be in here too. But you'll know that it's a lavender video because it's going to say lavender, but it's going to say Greenhouse Science on it, because it's going to be a test. And by the way, Trish, this is what a coffee plant looks like. Don't look at my dirty pot. This is just a break off from when I was transplanting the other day to bigger pots. And this is the perfect time to show you this as well. You can put some of your leaves down in the dirt. It's not recommended just because of disease issues. I use my Fiskars to do this. But this right here, there's a couple videos out on it, where the edge of you know why people do this, if you always wondered? So that the camera will focus on it. Not so that you see it better, but so that it unblurs. Took me a while to figure that one out. But this brown edge on here is one of two things. Not enough water, too much water. You got to figure it out on your own. There's nothing going to tell you. This is not, rust blight like some people think it is. Rust blight comes from arborvitae. Gets on your fruit trees and it will mess them up. So anyways, Trish, this is an Arabica coffee plant, a baby one. My other ones are over there. I'm trying not to move them around much because they're very happy where they're at right now. They're in bigger pots. I'm probably going to have to put them in even bigger pots before they go back outside this year, which I'm fine with because I've got a bunch over there. Again, these are from Fiskar. They're sowing. Just says easy action. I have 2 pairs specifically for gardening. My pair and Nick's pair because he loses these all the time. I got mine at Menards. I think I paid between $8 and $12. Joann's you're gonna pay about 20. The other big box stores I don't know because I don't go there. So yeah, this is just my intro because my other video I'm going to have to do some serious editing too because I'm not moving around and my big fat ass is right in the middle of the camera. Don't really want that scene. So until the new video, actual science video comes up, hey, how are ya? Welcome back. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We're gonna have some fun here this year because I have so much more room to work out here and do things and not be in my greenhouse like the freaking Hobbit like I was last year. And I'm actually gonna take you along with the changes that I make in here, and I will do a full tour video in here. Right now it's kind of a mess still. I have stuff in here that I brought in order to get organized, and then what I brought the stuff in needs to be taken back into the garage or the storage shed. And I have a couple pots in here that I've got to take them down. This one over here, particularly with the petunia in it and my fig tree, that sucker weighs almost 100 pounds, and I don't know why. So it concerns me that it's not a good dirt. It may just be garden dirt that I'm not aware of. And I don't want that in here because it's not sterilized. All my dirt is sterilized. I will do a video on how to sterilize dirt as well. So I still have to get my hanging pots up. But I'm not doing that until I get the ceiling redone in here because this plastic sheeting just isn't doing it for me. So that's it. Today, like I said, today's the 28th. In the next video, you'll see starting the lavender seeds and what I did with that. So the next lavender one will be after my birthday. So like January 5th. Just an update on that and the other processes I'm going to do with trying to germinate these seeds other than how I did it in this next video. So until I see you next time, which I'll probably be videoing tomorrow, but you won't see it because it's got to be edited. Until next time, stay safe, stay warm, get rich. Talk to you later. Bye.